they're going to be in Hanamura. Hanamura's not played too often. Bit of a pocket pick, I suppose. It kind of sucks that I remember we went through this big situation in the spring series when we were qualifying. We had 3 sets of qualifiers, and whoever, one of the admins of the event, fucked up. He was meant to do all the map selections. Didn't even give people enough notice. I was at a LAN event, and a lot of the players were telling me, like, man, like, why was the map list like given 48 hours before the event? Because there was like a whole bunch of 2CP maps in it. There's like Hanamura, Temple of Anubis, and like Ilios, like just things that maps that teams generally ban. So people are playing on these teams have to play. Teams have to qualify to get into the spring series, playing on maps that generally just don't get played or scrimmed. So it's really bizarre. So if you're ever on that's the sort of stuff I'd never want to see happening again. Like if you're forcing teams to play certain maps in qualifiers, like a Swiss bracket, you need to make sure that the map list is out pretty early on, because it's unfair for a team to just get it 2 days beforehand, and they've never taken a scrim on Hanamura. So they're going to start pushing in here, Ignis. So I'm just ranting on about the past. They're going to Zari and Ignis go toe to toe there. The main walls don't block anyone here. As Virginia's caught in a bit of hurt, a world of hurt here. It's going to get healed up though. He's in a bit of no man's land. They're going to start pushing on. As my camera was really shit right there. They charge on to Misanthrope. She's been taken out here as they're looking for fail safety. Switched on to the Zenyatta. He's taken out, so nice early push here. I don't really agree with Dio on the Mei as he's crouch glitching there. So interesting, he's gone on to the Mei, but works for him, I suppose. But they're really missing that backline pressure that you can get from a Genji or Tracer or Rita. Someone that you can, even Sombra's pretty good on 2CP. There's a nice wall comes out from Mei, even blocks my camera from getting through. Gets Virginia and then catches him out, so that's a nice use of a Mei wall there for Misanthrope. I like Mei on Hanamura, it's definitely a must pick, I feel, on defense. Just denying people of the main entrances and just limiting their options, which is what you want to do on 2CP. On any defense, you just want to limit where your enemies could go, because now look, they're all moved up here, they know they're going to push up top, so really good setup here from Carpe Diem. They throw up the Mei wall, and they've already caught out TLM as well, so they're going to be able to clean him up. So another solid wall there from Misanthrope, as Sean does clean up fail safe, so Zenyatta's quite squishy. I'd like to see him, they're playing on only one support, so if you're going to play one support, you should be going Ana, at least a Lucio. Oh no, I'm blind, they've got a Mercy, so it's not too bad. I prefer to see Ana. I'd highly rate Ana as a support. You don't have to run her, but you're definitely at a disadvantage, especially if you're running a Mei, because you could bionic grenade anyone who gets caught from the wall. When you throw at the wall, someone gets caught on the other side closer to your team, throw the bionic grenade. Pretty simple shit. Sorry if I was reiterating myself, my point, but here we go. Panzer jumps down. It's forcing everyone down there as the Mei was going to give everyone just a little bit of a leap to get there, as no one can stop the Deadeye there. As Sean picks out OG's Nick and Athiel. They got called out. Should have jumped in with their team, get behind the Reinhardt shield there. As the Blizzard does come out, it's going to give people enough time to get back from the spawn. So a nice Blizzard there from Misanthrope as Nitzari is there to clean up and fail herself there with the Transcendence as well. Kept people alive throughout the situation. So good work, good ults there from Carpe Diem to turn the fight back around. So after Athiel and Oshiznik got caught out up on the top side, so they just need to pick their spots a bit better here, Ignis. So Dio's back on the Genji. So I prefer him on the Genji. He had a lot more success on it. I don't like him on the Mei on offense. So they're definitely better their chances here. They're going to go top side again. They've already been spotted. So once you've been spotted, you pretty much have to pull the trigger. So it might be a bit easier for them to come down and just jump onto the point. But they're going to go up here and they know the Mei's there. They know the Mei's going to be waiting with a wall. So you're pretty much running into a bad situation. You should just jump down here and avoid the wall. That's what they're doing. It forces the hand of Carpe Diem rather than your team getting split off and being in a position that's disadvantageous. Here we go. Virginia needs to be careful because he's got the Discord orb on top of him. He's quite low. He had the nano boost. That's a nano boost wasted here for Ignis. As the Graviton Surge comes out, and there's a couple of members caught in there, 3 members, but the rest going to come out for Oshiznik. So good work there. But now the Deadeye's been popped from Sean. Has a Discord orb, so should have kept his Deadeye. They still had 3 minutes and 58 seconds, so he's wasted his ultimate there. So even if he did get a couple of kills with it, there's no way his team could follow up in time, because there was too many members still alive of Carpe Diem for 1 or 2 members of Ignis to, to deal with. He should just walk back to his team. So bit of BL there for Sean. He needs to work on that disengage, but they're going to pick the same spot here. I'd imagine they'll probably drop back down again. I don't see them going up the stairs. They have a bit of trouble again because Misanthrope's caught them out every single time. And is she going to do it again? The wall comes up, doesn't get anyone this time. He actually catches Zarya. It's a bit of a misplay there. So as Virginia charges in, gets 2 kills. The boost comes from Misanthrope. Freezes a couple people, so she could turn this around. Tryhard's right in front of her, takes him out now. She's on top of the Ana. So if she kill the Ana, this is pretty good. We'll give enough time for people to come back to the spawn. It's going to Bio freeze herself. Transcendence and Earth Shatter here from Zarya and Failsafe. Give them entry onto the point. So pretty good to try and turn things to turn things around. Misanthrope picks up that kill on Sean before being taken out by Dio. So they're still in control here of the point now. Carpe Diem have given themselves time to get back onto the point. The Graviton Surge comes out. I don't think they needed this Graviton Surge. They were still in a good position because they're so close to the spawn. People could come back. So if I was Panzer, I would have kept that Graviton Surge because no one else has any alternates on your team. And if you look over the side of Ignis, now they've got a sound barrier, a Graviton Surge, and a nano boost. And the Deadeye pretty much coming out from Sean next fight if he gets a couple of shots off onto an enemy. So they're going to come up through here. If I was them, I'd just go run straight through here again and jump down. Straight through here and jump down because you know they just wasted a bunch of ultimates. So you go in and you start the fight because you would have the advantage. So that's what you'd want to do if you're Ignis. But they're going to go up here, and this may cost them. Because if Misanthrope lets the wall, doesn't get it this time, so charge comes out from Nick Zarya as the sound barrier has been popped here by Ignis, and then here comes the Dragon Blade as well. But the rest are going to come in, but they're going straight inside of Graviton Surge. So D can get back up there, he can get some damage off, but he couldn't just get there in time. But Sean has the Deadeye, gets the kill on top of Oshiznik, so they've done a good job here, Ignis, to save their ults until after the resurrection of Oshiznik, and this has gained them 2/3 on the point. Can they get 3? Zarya is there now, then they have to deal with him. He overcharges it, and that's going to be it here. Ignis is going to get 1 minute and 27 seconds in the time bank, which is quite difficult to do on Hanamura. It's one of the most difficult maps. 2 CP is definitely a pain. Sombra is something you want to invest in because you see that situation where they all pile up on the top? All you have to do is get Sombra just to lob up a teleport up there, and just hit your ultimate, and everyone there has been disabled on the top side. So I suggest to these 2 teams, if you're playing 2 CP, especially Hanamura, to pick up Sombra, because Misanthrope was playing Mei, and Mei wouldn't be able to wall you off if she was hacked or got hacked by either the actual hack move or from the Sombra ultimate. I haven't learned all the Sombra ability names because I haven't really had the caster yet, so I should really do that because people are going to start playing Sombra more if 2 CP starts becoming more of a favoured pick. I can't really see that happening anytime soon, but I'm just going to take a quick drink. It's time to read Twitch chat. Shout out to everyone that's been watching here. The wall's been broken down now. Virginia's having a bit of a spin there, so he's having a bit of a fit. He's having a bit of fun. But it's going to count down now. Let's have a look at the lineup now for Carpe Diem. I'm running with the Mei. So Misanthrope definitely, I assume she enjoys her Mei. But it's something you don't want to run on offense, because as I was mentioning before, you're missing some backline pressure. I guess it's good if you got failsafe there on the hog, if you can get the hooks in. It's cool, I can see that working, but you really want like Genji or Tracer Just someone that can get in the back line. Or even just Sombra. Someone that can get in the back line and cause some disruptions. Now to get past Dio's Mei here, so expect a Mei wall to come up as soon as Nitzari walks forward. His shield's being the crack. You just be careful. Everyone gets super psyched to this zone, which is quite bizarre. As the Bio Grenade lands on a couple of members here. This Throat can't heal through the Bio Freeze. They're going to take her out. Only a couple of members remaining here for Carpe Diem. It's good though that they're still sticking in the fight because you're so much closer to the spawn. Getting kills off here is really good because you're going to be able to beat the spawn timers of Ignis and you could come back and push a lot earlier. That's only if you decide to push in early. You've got to make sure as soon as you get the 6 members you run back in because you're going to have the advantage of having more players again because of the spawn length. And the distance from each spawn, but man, Athena will just waltzes in there and gets caught out. So he needs to be careful here as Bio Freeze comes out from Misan Throat. Tillam gets hooked in, but the freeze comes up. Misan Throat lines herself up on top, but is able to get back safely here. But Grenade landed on top of Carpe Diem. So they're going to charge in with Nitzaria, using that Mei wall as a little bit of a barrage to make sure he doesn't charge too far away. So the no boost on top of Failsafe takes a sleep. Earth Shadow landed here from Virginia inside the Graviton Surge from Tillam, and they just clean up here. So many ultimates on deck here for Ignis. So both teams though blew their ults, except Sean now just had the Deadeye come back up. They'll have an Ender boost and a Blizzard, so I can't really fault Ignis there for using 3 ultimates. They got another 3 to play with, so that's fair enough to them. With the Earth Shadow coming up from Zarya now, they find themselves in a very difficult position here, Carpe Diem, because they only have 1 ultimate. They've been using the ult trades here to Ignis. Their best chance was before when I should think about that after the game. Right now the Blizzard here from Dio creates a big space, but they'll capitalize. So he's going to be forced to Bio Freeze, and it's forced his team out of the point while someone's been capping here. So this is really good work here from, who's this on? Is that Panzer? Panzer's doing a good job because he just realized, like, oh, they're pushing forward. Well, I might as well jump onto the point, create an advantage here, and it's broken up the line here of Ignis. And oh man, Dio died. Sorry, that was Tillam that died to the Graviton Surge. No, not the Graviton Surge. Now I'm gonna lose myself right now. I'm gonna regather my thoughts. He died in self-destruct, but they're gonna fight on the point now. Biotic Grenade on a couple of people here. This squad off on top of Virginia is trying to regroup, get his team here regrouped. Hold on as long as he can, but the spawn point's so close here for Carpe Diem. They're just piling on top of the checkpoint. He's surrounded, but he lands an Earthshadow on a couple of members. It's both supports here, but they're going to get back up in time anyways. Virginia's forced himself back to the point, but he's so far forward that the Earthshadow came out from Zarya as the sound barrier has been popped by Ignis, and then the Blizzard thrown down by Dio. Forces Zarya off the point, so still a good position for Ignis now to start piling back on with the help of that Blizzard, but Failsafe is flanking around the side, misses the hook as Athel and Dio are having a little boot contest here, so teams both need to rally and regroup together because Virginia's holding up his shield for no one right now. You're not doing too much in the corner, mate, unfortunately, as he gets whacked by Panzer there, but he's frozen solid by Dio. Nerf now he does pick up the kill on top of Failsafe. Transcendence popped here for Carpe Diem, keeping them healed up on top of the point, as Tryhard's doing a good job just jumping around the bell, like it's keeping the point alive. The Bio Freeze right now for Ignis comes out, but members are dying a little, like 1 by 1, because the spawn point is a lot closer for Carpe Diem, as I was saying before, so they can just get people back. So people might be dying at the same time, but as you see, eventually the fight's going to wind up in Carpe Diem's favor if you're going 1-for-1 trades. So they've almost capped it here. They've got a lot of ults coming up for Ignis though. I have to yawn as the nano boost is on Nerf Nadia, and then you've got the tactical visor. Pretty much everything's going to come up online. So this was a good hold from Ignis, just to sit there and let the fight continue, build up ults and force ultimates out of Carpe Diem. So let's see how good he is on the Mei, getting people to come upstairs and then cut them off. But it's been capped right behind them, courtesy of Miss Sam Thrope on the Tracer. Zips back on. Maybe she heard me mentally and she's on a flanking champ now. That's good to see. And then the Graviton Surge is throwing up top here. The May Wall doesn't really cut off too many members. But they had a sound barrier to keep themselves alive here, Carpe Diem. So I'm wrong about that. He used the sound barrier now. Everyone's going to stay healthy. So they're just so spread out here, Carpe Diem. As you can see, some people are up here on this balcony. Some people are over here, then down here. It was just a bit of a mess. Even though they survived through a lot of ultimates, they just needed to be able to stick together and then start picking off players and picking a target, choosing who to kill. They're just all so scattered. You're not going to be able to get any sort of direct damage down on one target if you're just all over the place. So this time around, hopefully it's different for them. They can get together and start the push. Maybe I can start using some first person. Look at Panzer over here, back into his old mech, as I'm going to have a quick look over here. Oh, that's fail safe. Here we go. No, it's so much harder. This is so much easier. Panzer throws up the self-destruct, gets one kill. Here we go with the May Wall coming up. There's still a butter grenade though for Ignis to keep themselves healthy as Nitzari gets booped off. Virginia's going to follow him down there. He's noticed his team starts piling onto the point to take care of Panzer, already broken his mech. So people already split off here from Carpe Diem. So they just need to get out of the fight. They either need to just go in at one target, just shoot, just dedicate themselves to the fight, or if they know it's lost, just get out. They need to get in, fight, to again just not worry about dying, because if you all die together, then you all spawn together. It's just when like some people start to run, some people stay in too long. It's just everyone needs to be either getting out or staying in. That's everyone has to be on the same page, because you can't afford spawn difference. You can't afford everyone's spawn time as being different, because that's just waste time on the clock. Everyone's going to rush up the staircase now. Virginia being forced to look both ways as Nitzari gets charged right into the wall, so he's been caught off as the main wall needs to be broken by Dio, who's blocking his own team there. They're going to force themselves through, throws down the blizzard though, to forcing everyone out of the way. I would have held that one for myself, because now they're going to start piling onto the point. Panzer's popped. His mech's been popped by Sean, so he's doing a good job staying down there, making sure that no one can get on top of the checkpoint, no one gets any sneaky thirds. His Panzer's still there though, he's doing an alright job staying alive. But the rest of his team has been slammed down here, but Nitzari comes to the rescue. But Sean did end up taking down Panzer in that exchange on top of the checkpoint. Nitzari has claimed the top side, getting his team down to jump down, but there's too many members of Ignis alive. He's going to find himself in a world of hurt if he doesn't get out of there. Does not get out in time. And then now there's only one push remaining now for Carpe Diem. They need to make sure they get all their members up, because they don't want to go win missing a few members, because, you know, it's not really going to work out for you. So let's see them get all their members. They're so split. Look, there's only 10 seconds left, and half the team's over here and half the team's over there. So they need to make sure they're grouping up together, because Dio can flashbang people a lot easier. As Failsafe does pick up that kill on Dio though. As here we go, the Earthshatter comes out from Nitzari, taking down a couple of members here. There's been Virginia has the Dire Shield to keep himself alive during that charge. As here comes the Graviton Surge from Ignis. He's got a couple of members in. The Bodic Grenade lands on top of them. Earthshatter coming out Virginia to finish the fight here. Just Misanthrope can eventually track down that Tracer and then win the game here, as the sound barrier has been popped by Tryhard in celebratory fashion. So good job there from Ignis. A lot cleaner with the ultimate exchange, but Carpe Diem, I just want to see them use their ults a bit better and just make sure that everyone's coming in as 6, because they have a lot of opportunities to go in as a group and just get on top of the point and just force the fight, but let's get stuck into the game of trying to get a lot of picks. Like someone would go like, oh, I'll be the hero and go around the side, or you just want to go in as a team, and it's all about being a group of 6 and ult management. It's pretty much Overwatch. It's being 6 and just managing ultimates. Those basics will take you really far until it gets to the point where high mechanics come into play.